Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to dangramza.com Market Studies for Monday, February 17th. Well, we had some fundamental information that came out and I think it caused a pause in the S&P 500 as the market contemplated what's happened over the last couple days fundamentally. And there's some interesting ones in there, as we talked about in the advanced video. But what do we see here? We see a market that got to levels that we found sellers before. It's holding its own. It's a market in absorption mode. It's trying to sort out what to do next. The bias is for a move to the upside, but be cautious here. And you know, if you haven't seen these videos, these are daily charts. The green line represents buy, red line represents sell, dashed line means it's something that happened earlier in the week. Now, you can go back over 10 years and follow what's happened on these daily charts. So you can see how these lines change over time. These are not buy and sell recommendations, just ideas that I'd like to share with you. And if you're not familiar with futures, the dollar difference from that red line down to this green line, that's $800 a contract. Let's move on though. The NASDAQ market's in a very similar boat as the S&P. It wants to go higher, but it's the paper there or the volume support it needs. The Dow, soft. Remember, this is a different calculation than the other two indices. This is arithmetic, not capitalization. That's why you see it kind of sluggish compared to those other stock indices. Difference between the sell level and buy level, they're $500 a contract. Now, this is the Russell, and these are small to mid-cap stocks. Difference from the sell to the buy level in that market, $450 a contract. Look for a sideways to lower move on Monday. The euro continues stronger as the dollar continues weaker. Dollar difference sell to buy level in that market, $487.50. Be cautious on the long side. Same thing holds true for the Swissy. The next 3 trading days can be very important for long-term behavior in these currency markets. Now, the difference here between the sell and buy level is $1,125 a contract. Mr. Yen continues stronger, but it's approaching levels that we found sellers. The sell to buy level here in that market is $662.50. Over in the Aussie dollar, firming up, but this is a level that we've seen sellers before. British pound, dollar difference here, $306.25. Be careful here, we're losing some momentum to the upside. Same thing's true here for the Canadian dollar. Dollar difference here, $240 a contract. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. It doesn't know what to do. It's building a base. It wants to go higher. The paper so far, or the volume, just is not there to support it at this point. In the 10-year notes, dollar difference sell to buy level in that market, $62.50. The sell to buy level is $281.25. Follow through yes, which means lower yields. I feel the same way about bonds. We also have a potential for what I call equal and opposite, so be very careful here on the long side. Sell level, sell level down to the buy level, $875 a contract. But gold, everybody's waiting for that momentum to continue to the upside. This is 3 days they've been selling this. It's in a neutral zone trade, which means the tendency is to go sideways. And the dollar difference here with sell and buy level is $1,500 a contract. Very interesting setup. Check out silver, rejecting those new highs. Look for a down move in that market on Monday. Copper, demand is picking up, but we're not seeing it reflected in these prices. for that market. Dollar difference here, sell to buy level, is $3,000 a contract. Over here, between the sell and buy level there, $750 a contract. This could be a long-term top, so be careful here if you're on the long side. Well, crude oil. Also, we have fundamentals that point to the upside. It's at levels that we found buyers. Look for an up day in this market. But for Monday, I'm looking for a sideways move in that market. Dollar difference from the sell level down to that buy level is $1,320 a contract. Now, I want to point out to you, if you were a buyer here, it failed. It broke to the downside. So there's an example of us not getting the follow through that you'd want to see. Nat gas continues to respond to weather, but we're getting near levels that we've seen sellers before. Soybeans, this is a market that wants to go higher. I just don't think the fundamentals are supporting it at this point. Dollar difference there, $450 a contract. Corn is another market responding to weather at a critical level. Monday's action going to be essential for long-term behavior. And that's what we're seeing here in Mr. Wheat. We're seeing that strong move because of potential impact by weather on yields. So I don't look for the same size of day on Monday, but look for a small range to the upside. Well, those are my thoughts for today. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to being with you again next week. In the meantime, take care